Welcome to Anti-Anxiety Hour. I'm your host, Illicit Ghost. Found your music on the internet, and I couldn't get enough of it. Now I wanna have a little chat, wanna know where your head is at. I just wanna talk to you, find out more about what you do. I just wanna hear your view, tell me more about what you do. I'm a Illicit Ghost, I'll be your host cause it's my radio. I just wanna hear your view, tell me more about what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do, what you do. Welcome! Another anti-anxiety hour. Thank you guys for being here. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's well and hanging in there. I know these days are hard, but we have to be strong and keep ourselves busy. So that's what I'm doing. This week we have Dr. Delia. His social is right here. That's his Instagram. He is an artist from Brooklyn who just put out a new song called The Right Love. Singer, guitar player, excellent violinist, and we are going to bring him in. Oh, hello. Are you good?
Oh, wait, is this anxiety hour or anti-anxiety hour? I can't remember.
Anti-anxiety.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. You can let it out. This is a safe space. We all have anxiety. We're all going through it.
Well, in that case.
We fit the bill.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? What are you up to?
I'm currently lying on the floor.
Okay. How's that going?
It's
for
really
you?
nice. I think the floor is underrated. I think people look at it as the thing you step on, but it can also be the thing you lie on for support.
Well, it's supposed to be very good for your back. So
Yeah, certainly. Probably not in the position I'm in, but like this.
that seems like you're doing it right.
Oh yeah, I feel so loved. Just me and the floor and the carpet in between me and the floor.
Yep.
The middleman of softness.
Just cradling you to sleep.
Well, maybe not to sleep, although that would be very anti-anxiety.
It would. Yes. Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
You are Dr. Delia, and you just put out a new single called The Right Love, which
I did indeed.
I personally love. So I had a few questions about it. If you guys haven't listened yet, you can stream on my anti-anxiety playlist on Spotify. Just look for Dr. Delia. He's towards the top of the playlist. Or you can search Dr. Delia on Spotify and find it that way. So yeah, I was just wondering how these songs came together, but also for people that are listening that are musicians just getting started, how did you get started, and then how did you get to the point where you got this song together and put it out?
So the first question was, how did the songs come together? And the second was, how do you get to that point as a musician?
Yeah.
I would say, well, I'll start with the second one. Music is kind of this long and winding road. And a lot of the times you'll see this product and like this person has released this thing and you're like, hey, I really like that. But behind the scenes are like 46 years of them like writing a lot of a lot of weird kind of mediocre songs, or like learning their instrument or honing their craft, even if they're like 20 years old. You know, if they've already put 46 years into their instrument, I guarantee it.
Yep.
So I think The Right Love and this album is kind of a culmination of a lot of songwriting, a lot of songs, a lot of like honing in on a style and what type of themes I liked, and sitting down with Andrew Horowitz and Coyle Zarelli,
who are songwriters and producers, for
mm-hmm.
anyone who doesn't know.
And we kind of started with this character who's kind of like this goggled desert nomad, like a good-hearted fella, but also a little strange. So we started with that character, and from that character came the story. And so we wrote one piece after the other in this way that was like, the next step was kind of inevitable, but also we had to figure out what would happen to the character when his love is taken away, and when he finds his love, but she's surrounded. You know, how does he deal with her kidnappers? Does he use violence? Does he use other means? So there's all these choices that we had to kind of put ourselves in the shoes of this goggled character.
Right. Okay. So how did you find Andrew and Coyle? How did you like get to work with them? Because a lot of people don't know where to start, and they don't know how to contact people, and people send me messages asking me how I got my start and how I was able to put out music. So I'm just wondering about you.
Well, it was actually kind of a huge coincidence on my end, at least, because somebody that I had met when I came to New York just for a summer a long time ago, named Laurel, who was a friend of Andrew's bandmate, and put in a good word for me and said, "Hey, I really like this guy's music. You should meet up with him." So there was just kind of this like chain of seemingly unrelated people, but at the end of it, it was a friend of mine. So she said, "Hey, you should work with him." And he listened, and he was like, "I really like this song that you put out." He was like, "I would have done something else for the solo part, but other than that, I really like it." I still remember that. I had this like violin solo in the song, and he was like, "Well, I really like the song. I would have done something else with the violins." And I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah. If they're not a violinist, don't trust them. That's what I always say.
I agree.
Okay, so that's cool. So how many songs can we expect from you to come out in the future?
On this album, or just totally in the future?
Yeah, like, so you're putting out an EP, is what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are at least, so there are definitely at least 5 songs on the album. 6 if you count like a quarter song. And it is exactly that. I would say it's about a quarter of a song. It's like 34 seconds long.
Really?
Yeah, there's like
is
a 30.
There singing?
There is singing, actually.
Interesting. That's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. It's actually one of my favorite songs on the album.
Would you tell us what it's called, or would you rather not?
I think it's called like Moon Rescue / Interlude.
Ooh,
I think. I mean, don't quote me on that. I know I should probably know the name, but the word interlude is in there because it is an interlude.
Okay. Very cool. And what's the name of the EP?
The name of the EP is Starry Girl.
Starry Girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Is there anyone that you would dream of collaborating with?
Oh, wow. I think all the people that I like dream of collaborating with, I almost like feel like I idolize, and it would be so, I would be like, you know what I mean? It would be so hard for me to actually collaborate with them. But in this ideal world where I can like keep my calm around like people that I do feel that way about, I would love to play with Moses Sumney. I love his stuff.
He's really good.
Sufjan, I love as well. Or Regina Spektor or Anais Mitchell. I would play with any of them in a heartbeat.
Those are good choices. Yeah. Definitely. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so I are you live streaming at all?
Am I live streaming?
Yeah, like any performances?
Oh, I thought you meant right now. I was like, I am in this
No.
live stream. Yeah, I've been live streaming sessions from my stoop every Saturday or Sunday, depending on what the sunny day is.
Okay.
Um, and they've been really fun. So I'm just like playing for the neighborhood, and people are coming out onto their porches, and I figure it's the closest I can get to live music.
I did see a video actually of one of those and it looked amazing. Like people were stopped watching you, like dead in their tracks. You were just serenading everybody.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that was so magical. I actually didn't even see the people stopping until the video,
Really?
because, well, you really focus on playing, and I kind of was just like absorbing this energy of this tree that's right in front of my building. And then I saw the video and I was like, wow, people were actually watching. I had
Oh,
no idea.
V.S. Vanya says it was awesome.
Oh, yay. Thanks for the support, Vanya.
Yeah, yeah. We did get some questions for you that I wanted to ask you.
I would
Um,
love to answer questions.
Somebody asked, why are you doing a concept album?
Why am I doing a concept album? Well, I really like the idea of a world for an album, like an album that takes place with like a dominating myth or story or landscape that kind of informs it. Or a certain type of language or a character. I've always been drawn to listening to those types of albums. So it wasn't necessarily sitting down and saying we want to make a concept album. It was more like, here's this character, and let's write about this character because the character feels true.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so for anybody who's just tuning in, this is Dr. Delia. Instagram is right there. You can search him on Spotify, Apple, anywhere. Find his single, The Right Love. We're going to play a little clip of it now, just so everyone can hear. No, she had a man shoot me down. Still, babe, I know you got the right love for me. Oh, babe, I know you got the right love for me. The right love for me. I wish you could see. Yeah.
Rock on.
So good. So I do ask every artist that comes on 3 questions. And I was wondering if I could ask you those questions.
Green. No, blue.
What does blue mean?
Well, my favorite color.
That's my favorite color too. Light blue or dark blue, or what else? What else is there? I guess
I
there's
do
a
really
lot.
like dark blue. I
Interesting.
really like dark blue.
Okay. I'm more of a light blue person, I guess. But
No, I'm just kidding. An equally valid color preference. I also like light blue. I mean, how can you dislike it? It's like the sky. What do you like?
no.
So like looking up at the sky and you're like, ugh, ugh.
You're like, oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, like
No.
gross color palette. Like,
Beautiful.
can someone make this an off-white, please?
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be weird actually. Anyway, question 1. What song is your anti-anxiety anthem?
Anti-anxiety anthem. Ooh, oh my God. I would say, ooh. I mean, it's complicated because when I am actually feeling anxious, the songs that calm me down are often very like kind of intense songs. You know, it's not necessarily death metal, but they're often songs with a lot of heartbreak and loss or like some wild energies in them. because usually that makes me feel more still. But then there's the other side of the anti-anxiety, which is like actually calm music, you know, music with a more gentle. So I would say like Chopin, any of those, like a lot of Chopin really relaxes me. Raindrops, which I know is also one of those intense ones, but I find so peaceful.
That's interesting. Because I'm the complete opposite. Like I need calm music in order to relax. Like if I listen to metal, like I'll go crazy, like in my mind. I mean, I love metal, but I can't use it as a tool to like relax. It's pretty interesting to me. Do you have a favorite metal band?
No, I was saying, I'll listen to music that's more. It's not necessarily metal. Like I won't listen to necessarily metal, but I will listen to, you know, like traditionals about heartbreak or something like that. Um, you know, like if I were a carpenter or something like that, or an Irish traditional, something where people are just having fun and like dancing with these worlds and characters, and flowers are blooming, and um, somebody's in love with somebody else. That kind of music really relaxes me.
Cool. Um, Second question I have for you is, so it's you can pick one or the other. You don't have to answer the whole thing. So the first part is name your favorite thing to do to manage anxiety, or what are you most grateful for today?
I would say to manage anxiety, my favorite thing is meditation. There's a specific type of meditation that I do called yoga nidra, which is lying actually in the position that I was in at the very beginning, which is completely on your back. And it's about uh, feeling feeling your fingers and your hands and kind of tracing the energy as it goes through all the parts of your body. And yeah, I find it puts me right back into my body. And usually when I'm anxious, I'm kind of out of my body.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
meditation.
that's like the most powerful thing I've found so far.
Interesting. Yeah, I meditate every day. I have to. It's like the only thing that calms me down. Um, like I haven't found any better alternative, and I mean, like I've tried everything. So it's like really powerful, and I'm glad you're doing that.
Yeah. And it's funny because we're both musicians, and like I think a lot of musicians would say like, yeah, music is my meditation. And for me, it can be, but there's also times when music um, doesn't go all the way, you know?
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I constantly feel like I'm not in my body, and just doing like a body scan each day is really helpful to like just get me back in like present and just feel like able to think and breathe and live.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes those things are hard, but you know, can do it with a little practice.
Yeah.
Um, the third question is, what is your favorite thing in your room?
My favorite thing in my room. Wow. Oh, there's this wooden chest that somebody left on their street that was like just the most, it's like the platonic form of a wooden, like treasure chest almost. It's like super heavy, and like there's just these little wooden slats all around it that cover it. And it looks like something that's straight out of the 18th century, like not quite pirate ship level, but like in between, you know?
Okay.
And like I kept all my recording equipment in there. It just felt like this little bunker of wood.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love
It's like,
wooden things.
yeah, that's your
Hmm.
jam.
What is my jam? Like anything. I mean, I don't support the cutting of trees, but if the tree's already cut, I'm gonna be into whatever's made.
Yeah, I hear you. Um, oh, we do have another question
Whoa.
from the audience. If you had to choose between Bon Jovi and Queen, which one would you choose?
I would probably choose Queen. Because I know
Yeah.
as a fact Freddie Mercury had a cat, and that kind of stacks. That at least stacks the odds in Queen's favor.
Okay. How's your cat?
I don't have a cat.
I thought you did.
I was watching some cats for a while.
Oh, I was one named Socks.
Yeah, Socks is. I actually
I
checked up on
remember
Socks the
Socks.
other day. His owner moved pretty close to me, so I. Oh, we got we got an agreement down there.
Yeah, I see that. What's up, Shay's World?
Um, at first he didn't remember me and he hid under the bed, but then he like I brought out some food and he started nibbling, and then he like let me start petting him, and then he smoothed out. You know when cats smooth out and they get really like flat and like wide?
Yeah.
He like smoothed out, and then I picked him up and I slung him over my shoulder like a baby, and I started like patting his head. He was like so
Oh,
into it.
that's cute.
He remembered me.
I'm
I was so
glad
happy.
you reconnected.
Me too. It was like the most heartwarming thing I'd felt in forever.
We do have one other question, which is milk then cornflakes or cornflakes then milk?
Like, what do I pour first?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Oh, definitely the solids first. I mean, how else are you going to know the milk ratio?
Right. Also, I thought about it and I wouldn't put the milk first because then when you put the cereal, like it's gonna splash everywhere.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate any kind of mess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, always the cereal first.
It just seems more risky. Like, you can do milk first, but it just seems like a riskier way to live. I think those are the types of people who drive without seatbelts. You know, I think it's the same types of people.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
agree.
freer, but there's just, anything can happen.
There's always going to be a consequence. You can't live like there's no consequences, you know?
Not in this life.
No. Oh my God. Um, yeah, is there anything else you would like to add to
Well,
let our viewers know? Anything at all? Can be nothing too.
well, I think the real question is, this is the one that's actually been bothering me lately, is the toilet paper, like when you put it into the thing, is the toilet paper coming from the side closest to the wall or like coming down over it closest to the person? Because that also really
I
messes
never
with me.
knew.
Well, like, because some people do it one way and some people do it the other, and like
Yeah.
I'm very sure that having it go over the top, um, towards you, like not towards the wall, but towards you, is the right way. And like I didn't even know that people did it the other way until over. I didn't even know that people. Yeah, I didn't even know that people did it the other way until um, somebody replaced it like that, and I was like, "Is this a joke? Is this a prank?" And I like called my roommate out. I was like, "Hey, stop messing with people. Like, you're hurting people. Why are you doing this?" Yeah, exactly, Elliot. I totally agree. And I was like, and he was like, "No, this is the right way to do it." And I was like, "What?" It was like
Yeah.
I felt like I was being gaslit. Like my reality was just crumbling, and it's really haunted me ever since. That some people really feel, you know.
I mean, I never knew actually which way was the right way, to be completely honest with you.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it does make sense to have it coming over. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like that's the adult thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that because some adults in this chat said that.
Well, even worse. I mean, those people I actually have more respect for than, we threw an event at our apartment once, and we leave toilet paper rolls out in case one runs out, and somebody, instead of replacing the roll, left the cardboard thing on the toilet paper roll holder and put a new roll on top of that, on top of the holder for the toilet paper, as if to say, this is the best I could do. I tried.
Oh my God.
And that's also messed with me. That person is
Sorry,
out
that's
there.
a lot.
Yeah, they're out there. They're at large. They're somebody's roommate.
Yeah. Well, luckily, hopefully, not going to be yours anymore in the future.
Praying.
So. You gotta keep going, you know?
Yeah, roll with those punches.
Yeah.
Onka donka donka Duncan forgojit by fun and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think I
Exactly.
nailed that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Vanya.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Well, I have this Save the Sloth poster that I really like.
I know, I've seen that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
If anybody was unsure about what to do with sloths, we should save them. And I think that's it.
Wait. Where are you right now?
I'm in my apartment.
But you're not. Oh, okay. I get it. For a second, I was like, it looked like your old room.
Oh, you're
like,
right.
right.
Yeah. No, I see that.
Right? Kind of. I was like, what? Okay.
Oh, and
okay.
there's one more thing I want to show you.
Yeah.
This is a self-portrait that I did.
That is beautiful.
Right?
Yes. Can you explain a little bit what it is?
Well, I drew my head, and then I was like, well, I don't know why, but my hand is doing a giraffe cow body, which has precedence, you know, with the ancient Greeks and whatnot. But it was one of those things I just couldn't. Okay, is there a artist that inspires you?
Yeah.
There are a lot of artists that inspire me. Like looking in the mirror. Oh my God. I would say the artist that inspires me the most is Dylan. And I think what specifically inspires me about him is that he's like almost 80 and just released a single that is so like slaps so hard. Like it's so good. And he released it like last week.
I saw that, but I haven't listened yet.
It's really good. Like Dylan Thomas.
That's
Yeah.
Dylan Thomas.
Dylan Thomas just released a new single, everybody.
Oh my God.
Do not go gently into that EP. But that staying power is so incredible. Like there's so many musicians with his level of fame that just are like, no, I've hit 40, I'm done, or I've hit 50, I'm done. But he's just like, you know, he's up there and he's still making really good music. And that's really inspiring because sometimes I think in the music industry, it can feel like you can only make music until a certain age, like, and then it won't be good anymore. Like you're 40, oh, it's, you know, it's just a young people's thing. But I don't think that's true. And I think that seeing him actually do it is like, it can be done.
Yeah, I mean, he's living proof, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be you one day.
Hopefully. I mean, that would be such a blessing.
I saw him in concert once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was really up close and he was not having a good day.
I hear mixed reviews for sure from people. I think it depends on the year that you see him. I think some years he definitely kind of mumbles. If you get him in a mumble year, it's just that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Yeah. If anyone just tuned in, this is Dr. Delia. New song out, The Right Love. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's everywhere. Deezer, Napster, all these services that I never used. There's so many of them, but it's everywhere. Yeah, follow the anti-anxiety playlist if you haven't already. It's on Spotify. Dr. Delia's on it. And someone says, do you think Bob Dylan will die on stage?
I think statistically, based on the proportion of his life that he spends on stage, yes.
I would say yes, too.
Either that or he'll die immediately after a concert.
Or immediately before.
Yeah, because I think he's really playing concerts with like half of his waking hours. I mean, when I saw him, he was up there for like 2+ hours.
Oh my God.
Which is such a long show. Yeah, right? Elliot's like, yeah, exactly. That math checks out.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to say or just comment on? No pressure at all.
Well, I have no further comments.
Okay.
But thank you a lot for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
I really like this concept.
Thank you.
Like I like that people can come in, like work their way through social, like the labyrinth of social media and all the anxiety of that, and then just like settle into this very peaceful calm in the storm.
Aw. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your music with us. And we're very excited to hear the rest of your album.
Woo.
Everybody go follow Dr. Delia. Follow the anti-anxiety playlist. And
Follow it.
What?
Follow it.
Follow it now. Yeah. Oh, I just want to say really quick, because you and I are both independent artists, and it helps us so much if you just like go on our Spotify, Apple profiles and just follow us, and also like each song that we put out if you're our fans. But it helps so much and it doesn't cost a thing. So get on it. Help us out. We're trying here. And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching. And I'm gonna leave everybody with a little Dr. Delia now.
Love is a game.
All right.
Love is a game. And I play high stakes.
Bye. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Bye, everyone.